Hey, what's going on, Scatterbrains? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Brilliancy. This video is extremely impromptu. Alright, so it's Wednesday. Typically on Wednesdays, the show Pop the Balloon or Find Love post their new videos on YouTube. They just posted their video and I just turned it on. I sometimes will actually watch the episode all the way through, and then sometimes I just kind of tap to get through it a lot faster. And so just a quick premise of the show, because side note, I know that BM and Arlette, the creators, they don't want people reposting their show without their permission. So for that reason, I'm not going to be inserting any clips. I will link the episode that I'm going to talk about down in the description and give y'all timestamps of what I'm referring to. So basic premise of the show, you have about maybe 10 people, either male or female, who hold a red balloon, and the opposite sex contestant will come out one by one. They introduce themselves and ask questions, and the people who are holding the balloon can pop their balloon if they are uninterested in the particular contestant. The episode that came out today was a lineup of women, so men are the ones that come out. Now, I was only 2 guys in. The first guy, he didn't make a match. If by the end of the round, if there's a person with a balloon unpopped and the single person finds them attractive, is interested in them, and wants to get to know them further, and that is a reciprocated feeling, then they consider that a match. They go off, they get to know each other, yada yada yada, blop de blop de bloop. First guy, as I said, he didn't make a match. Second guy comes out, and I wasn't triggered or anything, but I've spoken to y'all about this show before on my channel, and it is just concerning what some of you singles have to put up with, male and female. All right, so this guy comes out. I did not pay attention to anything he said. It really is not the meat of this video. Every woman in the lineup eventually popped on the first round, because typically you might get a couple pops. He gets to ask a question, and the single gets to ask a question, and every person gets to give their answer. They might get to physically pop balloons to eliminate people, or people will self-eliminate. All the women self-eliminated themselves for contestant number 2. Now, before Arlette got an opportunity to really go and ask each woman why she popped, all but 4 had balloons that were popped. So 4 balloons are still unpopped. And if you watch this, then you already know, and you can maybe just skip ahead. That she goes to the first woman who had popped her balloon and asks her, how come you popped your balloon? She gives whatever her reasons are, and then Arlette will usually follow up with, is this person somebody that you would have been interested in? Meaning, she's asking the man, is the girl that popped her balloon somebody that he may have been interested in? Here's photos for reference. I know I can do that much. So here's photos for reference. Here's the guy, here's the girl who popped her balloon. He says no, he wouldn't have been interested in her. Arlette asked him why. He said, her hair, I typically like women who have longer hair. Once he says that, the other 4 balloons that were unpopped all popped their balloons like popcorn, okay? And in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. But again, I'm 37. I'm out of the dating streets. The rules have changed. So I, didn't think anything of it. So then Arlette goes down the line. I fast forwarded through all of this. But I happened to want to stop at the girl who was dressed like a schoolgirl, because she had on black shoes and white socks, and I thought that was an interesting choice for an outfit. So I wanted to hear what she had to say on why she popped. I wanted to hear why the 4 girls at the end, because I think they were all standing together, why they popped their balloon because of the hair thing. And boy, oh boy, I don't know her name, the one with the braids and the schoolgirl outfit. She lays into this man about why telling the black woman that he's usually attracted to longer hair was a bad thing. She references twice, well, if you want to go get Becky with the good hair, just go get her. And I said to myself, she sounds like she's triggered by him making that statement, because just honestly, as a man, a bald man at that, I didn't feel like it was anything wrong with saying that you're more attracted to people with longer hair. If this is a show solely based off of first appearances, and then you get a couple bits and pieces of a person's personality and what they like and all that kind of stuff, you don't have much to go on. And because this was the first round, all he had to go off of was looks. And so she was telling him that you should have picked something else to say. And I'm like, do you want somebody to be honest with you, or do you want somebody to lie to you? I mean, because aside from the fact that she has weave in her hair, which is fine. It's perfectly fine to put weave and wigs, that's fine. But I just was like, saying that you don't like short hair is a bad thing. And then she called his hair nappy. And I was like, he never said anything about the texture of her hair. He just talked about the length. And I just need my scatterbrains to educate me. Was that an offensive comment? Like, I don't comment on YouTube videos, but you'll see I made a comment on that video and I was like, is saying that you like women with longer hair really that bad of a thing? I need y'all to go watch, if you haven't already, go watch how that lady laid into him for that single comment. And I mean, this is gonna sound bad, but some of y'all wonder why you single. Because you act like that. You act like that off of something so small. That one, he wasn't even talking to you. Two, he wasn't disrespectful when he said it. Like, she was so abrasive in the way that she was talking to him. I was like, he really struck a nerve. Maybe her hair is this long, and that's okay. But he really struck a nerve. Like, I was, because it's literally on my tablet now. I went back so I can give y'all timestamps, just so for reference. He comes out around like the 13-minute mark. This video just dropped within the last 30 minutes. He comes out around the 13-minute mark. Everybody pops between that point and like 14 minutes or so. So within a minute, everybody pops. And around 14 minutes and 30 seconds is when I think he's talking. Arlette has him and the first woman asking, you know, why did you pop? And is she your type? And the hair comment, and then you hear all the pops. And then old girl from Philly, because she made sure that she shouted out Philly, she starts talking around 17:48. And she talks, they go back and forth for a little minute, and then the next girl echoes the same thing. But I just need for somebody to explain, is having a preference for length of hair really that bad? Because I see all the time on this show people with preferences for height, and I thought what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So y'all let me know if I'm tripping or if there's something deeper to this that I'm missing, because I just personally felt like her reaction was unwarranted. And I can get not liking the comment, but I feel like you just say I didn't like that comment. Even though it's stupid, you could just say I didn't like the comment. But the way she laid into him, I was just like, that's why you're single. That's probably why you're single. That is exactly why you're single. Because if something that small, and kudos to him, he did a good job at maintaining his cool and not returning the energy that she was giving off. So, you know, kudos to him. Now, the outfit was a little bit odd. You know, I'm not going to wear it, but it ain't for me to wear it. I'm not on the show, thank God. But y'all check that out. Jump down in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about that. And y'all let me know, like, how do y'all handle preferences in dating these days? Are you able to be upfront and honest about what you like and what you don't like, or out of fear of being demonized for whatever your preference is? Do you feel like nowadays you have to kind of hold that stuff back in because you don't want to be treated the way that he was, or you don't want to be seen the way that he was? Y'all let me know. All right? And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.